gon' smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Quick, 53 is the mark. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right.
And he's going to go down again.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Ready. 18 Gator. Walk to be full. You 80 weapons. Get it.
Block off of play action. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield. To help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns. These are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll run with Mack, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the draw play with Mack, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Check, 59. You go get the board. 14.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Switch it.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Rolling to his right. It's complete to Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mack. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Too little, cut.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They come out here in the eye.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
On the ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Squeeze.
Check 99. Check 3. Check 3.
Here's McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And able to find Dorsett. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Ready up.
57's right. Watch the run.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 12. Lock. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll run with McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready? 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Leo!
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The run there on first down going to get him 5 up to the 30. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Let's go.
On third down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
On first down, Locke. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson going for it all. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Check 52. 52 is the mic. I'm not ready. Mike 52. Mike 52. Let's go one more.
Throwing again. Wilson letting one go deep. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And a big loss here as he's taken down with a sack at Ziggy Ansah.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Chopper!
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
I'm down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to look deep for more. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for the Panthers. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Wilson now, operating from the gun. Flushed out right, and incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that flag will cost him.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And an alley to run. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
61, matchbox right. 25, check 25. To go.
Check safety.
X3, 218, chopper.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the slant.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. This one into the hands of Metcalf. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Wilson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, being chased out left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Wilson throwing again. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
He's got the first down here inside the 30, and he gets this one down to the 24. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 17-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Armstrong. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Panthers.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
54 Mike.
Rock it. Keep gripping.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here I come.
Alert.
59 Mike. 59.
Good time.
Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hold up.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
I got it.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
You can choose the Mike. Watch Mike.
Alert.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
I'm coming after you. Check 43. Shit.
Check.
The carry here for the big tight end. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Kill.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable for Lockett. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Slow down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Off. 52, Mike 52. You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike 52.
Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, come on. 14. Check 26. Check 26. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Anyway. Mike's back.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock, this for the win. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, along